What's up, Wolfpack? Welcome back to another Mindset Monday. We got a good one for you today. I got Justin Sua. Justin, what you got for us today?
I was sitting next to a pilot one day on a flight from Florida to California, and we were going through some turbulence. Now, I have been on a lot of flights and I've experienced a lot of turbulence, but this was rough. It was bad. And luckily, on this flight, I was next to a pilot who was dressed up in his uniform, and I looked at him and I said, "Teach me about turbulence. What do you have to say about this? Because I'd really appreciate your understanding, your knowledge of it as a pilot yourself." And he said, turbulence is really interesting. As a pilot, we understand that it feels a lot worse than it actually is. He goes, what the people don't understand is it might feel like the plane is dropping 50 to 100 feet, but it's not. It's really just going through some little rumblings, but it could feel like it's worse than it really is. As a pilot, we know that these planes are built for turbulence. It's built for this. And so we're not panicked. We're not worried about it. But in order to put the passengers at ease, if we see turbulence ahead and we could avoid it, we do everything we can to avoid turbulence. But sometimes you can't avoid it. You just have to go through it and embrace it. And I said, well, what do you do when turbulence hits? He goes, the only thing you can do is to trust and know that the plane was built for turbulence. And number two, just keep flying. You just have to keep flying. And I think that's a powerful analogy for life. Turbulence in our own lives, adversity that we face, is just like flying a plane. Sometimes it's avoidable through better decisions, through planning, through routines, through being a better version of ourselves. But sometimes the turbulence in our lives is unpredictable. No matter what you do or what you say, there's no way to avoid the turbulence in life. And so we need to remember the same principles that this pilot taught me about the planes. Number one, we need to understand that we're built for turbulence. We're built for this as humans. We've overcome turbulent times in our lives. We've overcome adversity in our lives. And here we are, stronger as a result of it. Now, I'm not saying or discounting that we don't have emotional or mental scars as a result of it, but we can be stronger. And we could experience a post-traumatic growth. And also, we need to understand that we need to just keep flying, just keep going. You're going to have turbulence, you're going to have tough times, but like this pilot said, just keep flying. And what I hear by that is keep focusing on the process, put one foot in front of the other, maximize the 86,400 seconds we get in a day, and keep growing through the storm.
Boom. That's powerful. That is so powerful. And I think one of the things I want you to touch on a little bit more is because I hear everybody talk about PTSD, but very few people talk about, post-traumatic growth. Probably met so many individuals who are at the top of their game, but they had to overcome so much turbulence in their life, so much resistance, so many challenges, problems, traumatic situations that would, bury maybe somebody else. This is complex and very nuanced.
Yeah, I appreciate that you even acknowledge the complexity and how nuanced this is. It goes into a lot of psychology, a lot of neuroscience. There's a lot of eminent researchers out there who could explain this a lot deeper than I can. However, put it as simply, but hopefully not oversimplifying it, a lot of it comes down to our cognitive appraisal. The difference between post-traumatic growth and post-traumatic stress is simply what is a story you're telling yourself around what happened or what is happening? How are you framing it? How is it affecting you? And I'm not saying is as simple as this or this is easy, but a couple of questions that you can ask yourself is, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me stronger? How can I take this experience that I'm having or turbulence that I've had in the past and use it to fuel me moving forward, to help me with my decision-making process? What are things that I can control about the situation? And what are some things I have absolute no control over? As you reflect on those questions, I feel that it'll help you appraise or frame your situation in a way that'll strengthen you as opposed to weaken you. So you can see yourself as a victor who can act instead of a victim reacting to the difficult situation.
That is so powerful. Thanks again for dropping the knowledge bombs, Justin. If you guys like these quick casts, remember Justin's been doing this for 8 years now. Check out his podcast, Increase Your Impact. Follow him on all social media platforms and let us know how this has affected you, impacted you, or helped you in your daily life.